Good day, Salex TV. My names are Chief Alochu Francis Ibobu. I'm from Alochu local government of Benue State. I'm from Obai Nuete Council, Obachita village. I'm a businessman and I am based in Accra, Ghana. I'm here in the States on solidarity visit to the state to see what the government is doing, and also how my people are faring, how the government is affecting them. And I'm a businessman. I've been a businessman for quite a while. I'm still yet to be 50 years. In my 50 years on earth, I've been from one level of business to the other. So I've always been a private person from the beginning until now. So that's a brief introduction about me. Basically what I do, in the business environment is very competitive, so we have our hands in so many things, but majorly we do essential commodity marketing, and I do majorly real estate as well. So these are my primary focus. This is what I do for life. I'm a man of statistics. I still remember the exact day, the week, the month that I left home. I left Oju for Abuja, 1992, April 19 to be precise, was when I left Oju for Abuja. Suleja used to be called Abuja then, but now Suleja is in Niger State. It's a very close city to Abuja. And then before I moved to the main Abuja capital, there about 99 or so. So I left home basically in 1992 for looking for a greener pasture. I attended the famous GSS Kachi, and the interviewer used to be my senior then. I attended GSS Kachi, but later on, went on to several other schools. Because going further in education at that early stage was more or less what the family expected. The parents want you to go to school, go to university, graduate, enroll in a formal job, and then become a lawyer, a doctor, or accountant. At the early stage, I discovered that I have a gift of, a lot of, business ideas. So one, I wanted to be independent. I do not want to trade time for money. I do not want to do 9 to 5 like with due respect to those who are doing it, but I believe that was not my calling. I believe I could excel in private sector than public sector. So one of the things that drove me into business was, one, I want to make money. I want to be able to control my time and have time for my family, my children, and also have, money, because I'm not saying that those who are in the formal sector are not doing well, but I believe I could do better in business. That was literally my drive. I want to be a successful businessman, and that was the drive. And to God be the glory, we are here today. We might not be where we want to be yet, but we are certainly not where we used to be. So that was my drive, because one, business will give me the command over my time, and secondly, even though there were no phones that time, I believe that as a civil servant you have limited time. You wake up every morning, go to office, work from 9 to 5, and a whole lot of things happen. So to those who are doing it, keep it up. All of us cannot be in one particular sector at the same time, but I choose business because I think I have a gift in business. Enormous, lot of challenges. Startup is not easy. There is a saying that if you start a new business and that business survives the first 2-3 years, then you are bound to be successful. I've tried my hands on so many things, and most of them are not successful, and one thing you have to do, or if you are a business owner, or if you intend to start a business, one, if you are providing services or you are selling product, I think the primary thing to do is to know your market, know your targeted audience. If you are providing service, know those who are in need of that services. Don't go into business because you see every other person doing it. And if you have established contact with your customer base, it will help you to scale your business faster. So there are a lot of pitfalls while going into business, but take your time to do your feasibility studies, know your market audience, and do well to have a good product. If you are selling product, if you are giving services, make sure your service is a top notch, and yes, you might have setback, but don't give up. Keep doing what you are doing, and at the appropriate time you'll get announced, and the whole country will know about your product or your service, if not the entire world. When we started, there was nothing like internet, there was nothing like social media. Now, the biggest market in the world now is social media. So, take some classes on how to market products, do networking, do marketing of products on social media. I would advise anyone who is starting a business, a new business. So there are a lot of pitfalls, but most of them can be avoided if you really take time to study your business line and learn from those who have been there before you, so that you can avoid their mistakes, and copy from those who are successful, so that you can learn the trade and know how to be successful as well. I'm a businessman, I'm not a politician, so I don't know much about the governor's blueprint, or what he intends to do for the state. But whoever takes office, there's this expectation from the electorate or the general public that, the next person is a messiah, he has a magic wand, is coming to take away all our problems. But that has not been the case in most government that we have. I'll borrow a word from Reverend Father Kuka. He went to visit Mr. President, the Commander-in-Chief, recently, and when he came out, the press people asked him, how do you judge this Tinubu administration in the last 1 year? And what he said literally was, 1 year is not enough to judge a government. So from my own personal perspective, I believe 1 year is enough to see some level of, proper direction where the country is going, or the state is going. Give a direction, let there be enough communication with your people, let them know what you intend to do or what you are doing. I'm not saying the handlers or their medias are not doing, their media handlers are not doing well, that's not what I'm saying. But 1 year is not enough to judge completely if administration has succeeded or is successful, or if they have failed. As citizens, we should support our leaders at all levels so they will be successful and give us those dividends of democracy. In my state, I want to be particular about my state. I think the governor is, taking some steps, but Father Kuka say, it's not when are they going to cook the food. Everybody wants to know when the food will be ready so that we can come to the table and enjoy the food. There is decadence in every area of our life, and I think we have so many problems. We are not saying that His Excellency Father Elia should solve all the problem at the same time, but he should be proactive. He should, do some things that when we sit down and say in the last 365 days that he was sworn into office, this is what we have seen. Though there are steps in the right direction, like the township road I have seen, that I've applied. I think in the area of infrastructure, not stomach infrastructure, we're talking about physical infrastructure, like road. I think I have seen the side that the governor is doing well in that sector. I don't know of any other of his programs. I'm not privy to them yet, but I think 1 year is not enough, but 1 year is still, on one hand, 1 year is enough to give direction of where the state will be in the next 4 years. So I think the Reverend Father is taking a step in the right direction, and we hope that we will enjoy his government for the next 3 years. I choose widows and orphans because widows, when a breadwinner passes on or joins his ancestor, the family always struggle, and it is not unusual that we have plenty widows and orphans in our, because life expectancy in this part of the world is becoming more and more short. So men seem to die before their spouse, and when the man dies and there are no investment on ground, you see that the children drop out of school. What the mother is doing is not enough to sustain the family, much less paying the children's school fees. So you see a brilliant child with God-given talent dropped out of school because of lack of finance, and having been someone who comes from a family that is not wealthy. I wasn't born with golden spoon. I live in that circle where poverty is a common thing. When I say poverty, I mean the typical poverty. Some people will say even those who are poor, you used to call them poor. That's the background we came from. So in my life growing up, my wish is that I will be able to come back one day home and give back to the society. So basically my three principles is grow, experience, and giving back. So I formed the Alochu Foundation in the year 2006. Alochu Foundation is a foundation that takes care of the less privileged in the society, majorly widows and orphans. And this segment of the society, there are many, and in most cases they are neglected, and they are also part of us. So I try to put smile on their face, try to support them to do some little businesses. That is the women, the widows, and the children. Give any child who is willing to go to school and has the problem of no money to pay for school, I try to step in and help so that such child will be given fair opportunity to become a better person in the future. Because foundation of every successful life start from being educated. So education is key. So we'll try to support in that aspect. That's why we focus on widows and orphans. Be good in what you are doing. Create value and solve a problem. If you can solve a problem, then you get value in return in solving that problem. So, one, be good in what you are doing. Be exceptional, stand out. If you are selling products, if you are giving out services, be consistent. Consistency is a very vital ingredient if you plan to succeed in business. If you fall down, if you fail, start again, continue. If you fail again, continue. When you fail, try to learn the reason why you fail. I don't call failure. I believe when you fail, it is to show you that there is a way not to do what you are doing, or there is a better way to do what you are doing. So be consistent, be passionate, be committed, and be dedicated. With this, I believe you will be successful in whatever you do. The economic downturn, the hardship, the terrible situation, the lack of purchasing power is not peculiar to us in this part of the world alone. But some of the things, the nail-biting situation in our country, Nigeria in particular, I think is as a result of some, no good popular policy as introduced by Mr. President on his inauguration, when, during his inauguration at Eagle Square, subsidy was taken away, and the ripple effect is what we're seeing now. But even before then, it wasn't that easy. During the previous administration, it wasn't that easy. All these are post, COVID. A lot of things changes during COVID, post-COVID. It became worse after COVID. And it's a general thing, it's a global thing. It's not peculiar to us in Benue, in Nigeria, or in Africa alone. In fact, I'm not a fan of the government. I'm not defending the government, but the prices of commodities have tripled in most countries. Like in Ghana, where I live, we've been buying a liter of fuel equivalent in naira for 8,400, 8,400, 8,300 for a very long time. When a dollar was 700 in Nigeria, 600, we were changing dollars, 1,200, 1,300 cedis in Ghana. And most of the commodities in Ghana are benchmarked in dollars. But thank God, Nigeria is, even if you are buying anything from the market, even if the value is 1 trillion, you will be asked to pay in naira, not in dollars. So what I'm trying to say is that, one, is a general thing, is post-COVID. We saw the signs immediately after the COVID. We knew that it wasn't going to be business as usual. But government can do more. Government can do more. There are several policies of government that can cushion the effect of what people are going through. Fuel is high, prices of commodity went up, dollar went up to like 1,800, 1,900, even though dollar has gone down to like 1,413, but the prices of commodities has not gone down. Salaries are not increased. So it's more difficult to make money now than before. 30,000 minimum wage, I think that is the worst, that is the lowest in the entire world, if not the lowest. So I think government should introduce policies policies and programs that will support ordinary people. A family of 4 or 5 can't pay school fees, can't pay house rent, salaries are not increased, and prices of commodities has gone up. So it's a problem. It's a big problem. And, we know government cannot solve the problem, but with friendly and more good policies, at least they will be able to get the country to a different level where people will not be complaining the way it is now. But if we continue like this, I don't know how people are going to survive in the next 1 year or 2. Government have to come out and do something. Flood everywhere with food. Let people have food to eat. Those who are renting, let the cost of living come down so that people will be able to pay school fees, pay house rent, buy food for the family. So that is the appeal. But if you think, I don't think, I'm not a soothsayer, but I don't see it, turning around so quick. We just have to brazen up and find, other alternative. We have to have a passive income, to support the family system. Otherwise, I don't see things improving in the next 1 year or 2. But the government said that we will see the result of their decision sooner or later. We hope so, but the reality on ground is different from what the government is saying. So we hope that things change, and change quickly for the better. I think because of where I live at the moment, I'm not saying there is much or more better than where we are now, but the things I dislike is the insecurity, one. Secondly, the infrastructure, like light is next to nothing. As small as Ghana where I live, we have uninterrupted light for, for 24 hours. There is water. You are not, if you are driving, you are not looking up your shoulder if anyone is trailing you. And these are the primary responsibility of government. So I think largely government has failed in this direction. We should point that out clearly. I want to be able to drive from here, my state capital, to my local government within a very short period. Before, when the roads were good, we used to drive it for 50 minutes. In less than 1 hour, I can leave Makurdi and get to my village within a very short period. But now, look at the states of the road. Look at the states of the road. Insecurity. So these are things that I dislike, and some of us who have crossed the Atlantic Ocean, we see the way things are being done at the other side of the world. We should be able to copy that and replicate it in our own, environment, particularly those who are in charge of managing the state resources. So I think they have to do more. There are so many things I dislike. I can't mention all of them here. It will take more than 1 hour, next 1 hour. But those fundamental things, those basic things that government is put in place to provide, to check, to address, government should not shy away from them. They should do their best and make sure they provide us the least thing that every human needs to live a normal life, a good life. I like every good thing of life. I love life. I love to live a good life. And I think that is why I'm working hard to enjoy a good life, to provide, for my family, so they can also live a good life. By extension, my community. I love traveling. I love playing golf. I love reading sometimes. I love to, make people happy. One personal policy that I have going for me is every day I must make one person happy. And it doesn't take much. When I wake up, between when I wake up and when I go to bed, I make sure, courtesy of me, one person is happy. I put a smile on somebody's face. That makes me happy. That makes me who I am. I know times are hard, the country is tough, and we don't see it getting better soon. So brace up, fasten your seatbelt, learn a new skills, learn a skills that will be relevant with the way the world is changing. Have a passive way of making money. Have a passive income. Learn new skills. Start a business. It could be online. Social media is the largest market in the world. We know how potent it is. Learn affiliate marketing. Learn digital investment. I'm not a brand ambassador to any company, so I'm not going to mention any company, but learn a way to make passive money. Even when you are sleeping, you are making money. Find a problem to solve. Be a solution to problem. In that, the pressure will be less on the government, and we will be able to be self-reliant, solve our problems, and not depending wholly or solely on government. My audience, I bring you greetings of God will keep us, God will protect us, God will provide for us, and we will get there. God bless you, Salex Television, and it's a pleasure spending the last couple of minutes with you, and you're doing a good job. Keep it up. Channels TV, Arise TV, they all started the way you have started. Be unbiased, be objective, and Sky will be your starting point. Media is a good outfit, and you are well known. You're a man that people respect, and your standards should not be compromised. Shine more light on issues that affect the ordinary person. Be a voice to the voiceless people, and God will bless you and give you the grace to continue with what you are doing. God bless you.